Thank you, James. Here we go, everybody.
Pass the biscuits, cause it's King Biscuit Time on KBBF Radio.
And with that magic proclamation from the maestro, it gets all sunny in the studio, across the Delta, and all over this great big world. But for the next half hour, that sunshine surrounds us for King Biscuit Time. Now we're cooking. Oh, Robert, I got biscuits in the oven. Ooh, they smell good. Y'all grab a plate, come in this house. They're delicious, pile them high. Oh, it take a lot, I made a lot. It just don't take mine. Hey, and a happy good day, everybody. It is a thumping Thursday, October 5th. The King Biscuit Blues Festival is underway here at historic Helena. King Biscuit Time is here to celebrate playing those blues you can use. This is episode 19,038 of the Peabody Award-winning King Biscuit Time on Helena, Arkansas radio station KFFA AM 1360. Since 1941, the world's oldest continuing blues radio broadcast. And we're brought to you by Burger Shack, the Delta Distillery, the King Biscuit Blues Festival, and of course, the Delta Cultural Center at Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism Museum. I'm your host, Thomas Jacks, Delta Cultural Center Assistant Director, broadcasting from our Delta Sound Studio on historic Cherry Street, by the banks of that big old mighty Mississippi River out there that just keeps rolling along. And so do we. We have a very special guest with us in the studio today. The Robert Hill Band is coming up a little later in the show. And we'll be hearing from guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter Joe Abbey. Maybe we'll get some other folks come in and sit with us too. We want to send out a hearty welcome to our broadcast audience, a special hello to all our Facebook Live fans out there around the globe, and the warmest of greetings to all here in the studio with us today. We really appreciate you. We're going to kick off today's King Biscuit Time with Smale, Arkansas's Willie Cobbs, going back to his late 50s, early 60s days at Memphis's Fernwood Studio. This is Willie Cobb kicking off today's King Biscuit Time with Come On Home. Right here on the Biscuits, King Biscuit Time, Helena from the Delta Cultural Center. Willie Cobbs and Come On Home. Coming up on today's King Biscuit Time, we have King Biscuit Blues Fest sounds from the Robert Hill Band, guitarist Joe Abbey, and in the birthday spotlight, harmonica man Rick Estrin will be celebrated. And first up, the bat. Well, wait a minute, I need to point out there in Facebook Live land, I see Cedar Rapids Philly Chief Phil Smith is tuned in. There's the displaced Delton in the Lone Star State, Rick Norman down there at Arlington. I see Jan Tramber up in Dubuque. There's Stan Roberts, the Dutch ambassador to King Biscuit Time, Edie Berman, listening in from Zevenaar, the Netherlands, in the evening hours for her biscuits and blues. There's Terry Smith in Cherokee Village, and the Pool Boy of Paradise from Fort Smith, Florida, Fort Pierce, Florida. It's Vern Melvin. Somebody tell Vern to put down his phone. He's in the studio here someplace. All right. We're going to go ahead and turn to our music. First up the bat, a gentleman from New York, but whose origins track back here to the natural state along the banks of the Arkansas River at North Little Rock, Arkansas. It's Robert Hill and the Robert Hill Band. Welcome, Robert. Now you can't take the stage as from my precious research. You take the Lockwood Stackhouse stage on Friday at noon.
Right.
All right.
12:45.
All right. Yeah. Microphone.
Yeah, noon to 12:45 on Friday. Lockwood Stackhouse.
All right, and I just want to say it's great to have you back to the Biscuit. Good to have you back here.
Great to be back.
Would you like to introduce your bandmates?
Sure. This young lady next to me is my daughter, Paulina Hill. Next to her is Rae Simone. Rae Simone, living in upstate New York, Chester, New York, but originally from Fort Smith.
Yeah, another natural state.
Over here on the brushes from New Jersey, Frank Pagano. On the keyboards, also from New Jersey, Ed Alstom. And from upstate New York, Pennsylvania, and all points in between, Mark Murphy on the three-legged bass pod over here.
All right. Well, it's good to have you, and a number of folks may have had an early peek at Rae Simone last evening at the Bubba Sullivan Memorial Blues Jam on the main stage, where she just blew everybody away. Anybody out there saw that? Yeah. All right. I'm going to stop yabbling and let y'all get down to business. What are we about to hear?
We're going to do one called Killer Dealer. It's by Memphis Minnie, and we're going to get Paulina to sing this one.
Okay.
He's a devil in a preacher, hush mouth. He's an awful little thing, he's a killer dealer from the
Well, that was a flat. Okay. Wow. Young lady, when did you begin singing?
I was about 9 when I started singing with Dad.
And did you always enjoy the music Dad was putting out in front of you?
You know, it was a little different when you're 9. But I loved him so much, and I loved hanging out with him and making music with him, and then I started to love it too, because who wouldn't love the blues, you know?
There you go. Wow. What's next, Rock?
I'm going to do one by Big Joe Turner called TV Mama.
Okay.
It's actually written by his wife. It's called TV Mama. She's the one with the big wide screen.
sweet slide.
I'll give you another $5 after the show.
Oh, thank you for that one, TV Mama. And do I believe there is a third song coming?
going to do one by Norton Buffalo, great harmonica player, and Roy Rogers, great slide player, not the cowboy.
Okay.
It's called That's the Last Time.
All right.
This is going to be Rae Simone singing this.
Okay. Roy the cowboy was not known for his guitar work. All right. And this the name of the tune is
That's the Last Time.
That's the Last Time. All right.
I was walking through the city, down a crowded avenue. When a man walked up, he asked me where I got my pair of shoes. I was down for just one moment, and before I could even speak, he had my wallet, my watch, and my diamond ring, and he was running down the street. Well, that's the last time, the very last time. That's the very last time I'll be paid for such a fool. The other night I had me a hot date with the finest man in the whole state. We dined on caviar and champagne at a high-priced French cafe. I sat down for just one moment down the hallway to the job. And when I came back, he was with another woman. He was out the door and gone. Well, that's the last time, the very last time. That's the very last time I'll be paid for such a fool.
you've learned it now. That's wonderful, and wonderful to have all of you with us. And Rae Simone, I'm going to ask you the same question that I just asked. How did you get into this music?
My mom, she would listen to it when we were living in Arkansas.
Oh.
And that was the first music that I was introduced to, period. When I moved up to New York, it was when I started, not really started, but listening to pop and exposed to pop. But
Yeah.
blues was always my home.
Oh. Well, and speaking of that, I see Bullseye Bill Word out there on the Arkansas Western border at Fort Smith is listening today. James Morgan out at the KFFA Command Central, asking everybody to wish his Mrs. Tasha a very happy birthday. Happy birthday! And, all right. Robert, thank y'all. And everybody remember to go on down to the Lockwood Stackhouse stage and check out the Robert Hill Band at noon on Friday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. All right. Okay, what we're going to do is ask our Italian friends in the group if they would come on over to this area right over here, and as Robert and his band retreat, we're going to bring them in for just a moment. Right here on today's King Biscuit Time. Lots of travelers from all over the world coming in for King Biscuit Time. We love to have all of you. Tell me now, other than the Italians, you may win this one. Who's come in from the furthest for today's show? Where are you from? Yell out some places.
Cherokee Village.
Cherokee Village. You may not win, sir.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Des Moines.
Des Moines, okay.
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Schenectady, New York.
I'm thinking Schenectady. What do you guys think? I'm thinking Schenectady.
Massachusetts. Texas.
Austin, Texas. Tucson. Okay. All right. Well, let's call it a draw and say all of you win. I'm cowardly. Come on in. Our group from Italy. Come on in real quick. Just stand here. We're just gonna have you group together with us. Yeah, okay. No. Do we have? If I get Cliff to take your picture, does somebody have a problem? She can't. Oh, she's got it. Cliff, you're not needed. All right. And Simone, if you'll speak to that microphone, tell us about this group.
Okay, hello to all. We are a group of Italian photographers traveling to the Delta for discovering the blues in the Delta. It's my seventh time here.
Seventh time.
Seventh time in the Delta, and I usually travel between Clarksdale and Helena and the Delta, and to take pictures and listening to the music.
Okay, do you take pictures of just the performers, or do you take pictures of everything you see?
Everything I see, just feeling the blues through the music and through the people that listen to the music, and it's here for the festival or just living here.
All right. Well, now if you see these good people out on the street, don't be shy.
Please.
Just welcome. We're so happy to have you here with us.
Thank you.
All right, and now I believe I have another gentleman, Joe Abbey. While we're waiting on Joe to set up, I'm going to play a few ads.
It's always good to plan ahead. And if you forget to plan ahead, don't worry. The Burger Shack family has you covered. Burger Shack in West Helena is a historic landmark of Phillips County. While you're seeing the sights of Phillips County, stop by and pick yourself up the best Coke in town, along with a burger, Philly cheesesteak, or Burger Shack burrito. And don't forget about the ice cream and milkshakes. The Burger Shack family will help you fill up that belly while you're on your summertime vacation.
Black Farmers, Black Landowners. Meet Thomas Burrell, President of the Black Farmers and Agriculturalists Association, Wednesday, October 11th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Pine Bluff, Arkansas Convention Center. Learn about the application process to participate in the $2.2 billion lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Be ready to sign the petition to send Congress a powerful message that denies your constitutional rights and due process. Wednesday, October 11th, 10 to 1 p.m., Pine Bluff, Arkansas. 1 Convention Center Drive. See you there.
Mark your calendar and pack up the family as we invite you to come on home to the 36th Annual King Biscuit Blues Festival in Helena, Arkansas, October 4th through 7th. The blues runs deep in the Delta, and it's clear this festival lineup kicked it off October 4th with Warm Up Wednesday featuring the Bob Sullivan Memorial Jam with Much of All. Come on back Thursday, October 5th for food, fun, and live music starting at 11 a.m. and wrapping up with a headliner, Ruby Foster. Things really start hopping Friday, October 6th with several stages, street musicians, food vendors, and more. With Friday night headliner Nick Moss. The King Biscuit wraps up Saturday, October 7th with legendary music that will keep you going all day. With final headliner Grammy-nominated Tad Benoit and the Dirty Dozen Brass Band. The Biscuit also features a tour of the Delta Bike Ride, Flat Alcohol 5K Run, a blues symposium, and more. Check out the entire lineup and order tickets online today at KingBiscuitFestival.com.
Don't let humble beginnings fool you. The spirits produced by Delta Dark Distillery of Helena are exceptional, with a unique story rooted in the soil of the family farm. Producing some of the finest vodka, gin, and other liquors, Delta Dark Distillery has been sweeping the industry with awards and honors. It's no surprise. Come by for a tour or a signature cocktail at 430 Cherry Street, Helena, or find out more at deltadarkdistillery.com. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right. Thank you, Kay. Welcome back, everybody, to King Biscuit Time. Best place in town to spend your lunch, right here with you, me, and King Biscuit Time since 1941. Next up is Joe Abbey, performer many of us met at King Biscuit Blues Festival 2022. And thanks to Don Wilcox for pointing him out to all of us, and who demonstrated a wonderful stage presence and skills. Joe, it is wonderful to have you with us today on King Biscuit Time.
Thank you, Tom. It's my pleasure again to be here. It was highlighted my trip last year, and I'm happy again to be part of the King Biscuit tradition.
All right. And Joe, you have a new album project coming out soon. Why don't you tell us about that real quick?
Sure. Thank you. One of the groups that I perform with, where I'm from, upstate New York, Albany, Shore area, excuse me, is the Heavenly Echoes Gospel Band that I play bass for, and a little bit of guitar in the studio. And we've been working for quite a few years on an album of original music. It's in the quartet style of gospel, and it should be, it's all been finished in terms of its recording, and it's just putting the finishing touches in terms of production and then getting the CDs made. But we are old school, so we'll have CDs within a couple of weeks, I think.
All right. Just those few minor things.
Yeah, that's the typical thing for people who aren't self-starters. This is what happens. But I'm really looking forward to having other people hear our music. I was flattered that the group would ask me to write songs, which I've done for blues for quite a while, and then making the transition to gospel has been quite easy, actually, and a wonderful thing. They're kind of coming, of course, springing from the same source, going back.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to perform us one of those tunes?
Well, it happens to be on the CD, but it's a song that I wrote originally as a blues song.
Yes.
It's called Nobody Gets the Blues in Heaven.
Okay.
And I wrote it kind of in response to, I shouldn't say response, but kind of keeping in line that, you know, the old devil's music thing. And it's, you know, it's kind of not as big a deal in church. That they don't talk about blues as the devil's music anymore.
Yeah.
But just the idea that most gospel, at least in my experience, has been written from the point of view of the winner. And I thought that it would be nice when I write blues, I'm always taking sort of the anti-hero's point of view.
Okay.
Sometimes the thief, sometimes the crook, sometimes the cheat. Not always the victim. And in this song, the point of view is someone, of course, who doesn't want to go to heaven. I should say, someone, of course, who of us does not want to go to heaven? But you're not sure that you've been setting yourself up to get there. So that's the point. So it's for the rest of us, the sinners in the house.
All right. Sure.
We'll
Take it
do
away.
it. Nobody gets the blues in heaven. Nobody gets the blues in heaven, dear Lord. Is there room for me up there? Nobody gets the blues in heaven, dear Lord. Is there room for me up there? I carry so many earthly burdens, but heaven, it will ease all my cares. Nobody gets the blues in heaven. I hope that there's a place for me up there. There's just one narrow gate into heaven at the end of a long and narrow way. Well, there's just one narrow gate into heaven at the end of a long and narrow way. Will I walk through some bright and sunny morning, and my troubles, they will all fall away? Nobody gets the blues in heaven. I hope that there's a place for me someday. So judge not, 'cause then you shall be judged. Thy neighbor, treat them good, fair and square. So judge not, 'cause then you shall be judged. Thy neighbor, treat them good, fair and square. If you want to find yourself up in heaven, well, put yourself together down here. 'Cause nobody gets the blues in heaven. I hope that there's a place for me up there. Nobody gets the blues in heaven, dear Lord. Is there room for me up there? Nobody gets the blues in heaven, dear Lord. Is there a place for me up there? 'Cause I carry so many earthly burdens, but heaven, it will ease all my cares. Nobody gets the blues in heaven. Nobody gets the blues in heaven. Nobody gets the blues in heaven. Well, dear Lord, is there a room for me up there? My Lord, is there a place for me
That is Joe Abbey. And Joe, the album is coming out. The name of the group is
The Heavenly Echoes Gospel Group.
The Heavenly Echoes
Gospel
All
Group.
right. We thank you so much for being here
Thank
with
you.
us.
My pleasure.
Joe Abbey, everybody. And now, Bob Corritore, come on over. Time is running out, folks, and we're going to close the doors on this Thursday edition of King Biscuit Time after today's birthday spotlight. And I'm Thomas Jacks, Assistant Director here at the Delta Cultural Center, thanking all of you for listening out on the airwaves, out there in Facebook Live land, sharing your lunchtime with us, and for you in the studio as well. Now we dim the lights and we turn the birthday spotlight on San Francisco harmonica man Rick Estrin. And I believe you know that cat, don't you, Bob?
Yeah, Rick's a great friend of mine, and you know what? He's one of the greatest harmonica players. He's a harmonica player for the ages. So a true inspiration to anybody who ever touched that instrument. It's one of the great guys out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it says here he was born in 1949. And you think that makes him old enough?
He's been around. He spent time in Chicago working with Sam Lay, of course, Little Charlie and the Nightcats, which turned into Rick Estrin and the Nightcats. He's just always had it going
So
on.
maybe shedding a few years off there, you think?
You know, he can get away with it. He plays like a youngster.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Rick's going to close us out today. Just giving him a hard time there. He's going to close us out in the birthday spotlight with "Don't Boss Me." Right here on the Biscuit, King Biscuit Time.
Don't boss me, baby, don't tell me what to do. Don't boss me, baby, don't tell me what to do. I got no wrong without no feeling. I may be right, but I may be wrong. May be right, but I may be wrong. Don't try to boss me, but I may be wrong.
Rick Estrin, Don't Boss Me. Take care out there, everybody. Be good to one another. Help somebody when you can. Say a prayer for folks hurting around the world. Love your neighbors, even those rascals make it hard. Clyde, Sonny.
And I'm Tiller McShow. This is Sunshine Sunny Payne inviting you to tune in to King Biscuit Time each Monday through Friday for your favorite blues song.